Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Madden and I'm an entrepreneur. Over the past decade, I've worked professionally in the field of musical theater. I'm also the co-creator of the only temp agency for dance teachers in Canada, Quick Ball Change. I've been inspired to start a mini-series vlog to share my knowledge as well as speak to those who work professionally in the industry. This is just meant to be an informal chat so we can hopefully all learn something, and I hope you enjoy. Today we're talking about hair and makeup. This is part 2 of Prep series on makeup. And I wanted to talk with the best in the biz, and she is so creative in all aspects of her life. She is generous and hilarious on and off the stage, and she's so busy and she's taken the time to talk to me today. So thank you so much and welcome, Kristen Peace.
Hello.
Kristen, did you go to school to learn everything you know about hair and makeup?
I didn't, not at all. For me, I think being just someone who was an artistic person, someone who painted a lot, I think I have always understood color and shape and stuff like that. So it's something that kind of was just always fun for me.
When you play roles like Ursula or Paulette from Legally Blonde, if you don't get a makeup plot, how do you know what to use, what colors to use, and where do you get your inspiration from?
I'm actually someone who prefers not to have the makeup plot because I know my own face so well that I find when people who don't know your face give you a plot, and there's been times where I've looked at it and been like, this is wrong. This, for me, it's going to be wrong for me, wrong for my face, and you're not going to be happy with it. I've been very lucky that I work with people who trust me so that I can say, hey, this is what I want to do. I've drawn up a picture of it. This is what it's going to look like, and I will do some test shots tonight to show you what it's going to look like. So most of the time I have people who are great and just trust that I will give them the best product that I possibly can. Ursula being a cartoon and being such a well-known cartoon, you want to be able to pull in aspects of that cartoon, but at the same time you need your face to be seen. So knowing that I'm not going to be able to paint my entire body purple gray, I need to be able to just then contour purple or gray around my face to make my face be seen, but to still get an illusion that I am a different color.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
So yeah, so I painted just the points of my face, the contoured points of my face, my hands, my collar, purple. So that you don't have to do a full body, so people can actually see your face. And Paulette, she's just such, to me, she was just so there. Just Paulette was who she was. You know, I felt like I knew her so well. And she was that girl who was just like, you know, she's like, I want to be really fancy, but I don't really know what fancy is. So I do know that purple and like green and like blue are like my favorite colors. So I'm going to put them on my face.
Amazing.
So for her, that was just her. It was just like, she wants to be so beautiful and fancy. It's just all too much. It's just too much.
Do you have a rule on lashes? Do you wear them for every show? Do you change the length depending on the character?
I find it does depend on the character. Does depend on the show. I would suggest for people to know the show that they're in really well. If you're someone who's playing and I'm off the street for come from away, I walk in, I rub some of this off. Mm-hmm. Like I rub it off and go on stage. I would never ever put lashes on for something like that. I would never put lashes on for a play.
Right.
Unless I was playing some severely glamorous creature, which I'm not going to play. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't do that. But for things like Rock of Ages, you wear lashes, you wear 80s, you go big 80s makeup for that, you know, for character roles like Mrs. Mears, you know, I made sure I had very spiky spider-like lashes.
And beautiful nails.
You have to decide what the lash is for the person, and you have to decide the lash that's good for your face, because sometimes people put very heavy lashes on and it completely closes their eyes off and you can't see their eyes, and you've got to be able to see your eyes.
What is your red lipstick that you wear?
I have it here. I use L'Oreal Paris, actually the Blake collection, if you can see.
Amazing. Thank you.
That's what I wear. I find that it has a nice matte to it, and it has a really good blue undertone, which is what I need. I need things that are a little bit darker, thicker, richer, because I am very pale. And I also have a yellow undertone to me. So I need to counterbalance that with some red lipstick that has a blue undertone. If I did a red lipstick that had a yellow, orange undertone, something that was too paley, pinky, coral, I would look very sick. I'd look sickly. So
know what your undertones.
You got to know what your undertone is, and you have to know the undertone of your makeup as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in that bag that you can't live without for a show?
I have a couple really great things. Okay, this is my go-to foundation. You got to get yourself some Kat Von D. Can you see? It's very shiny.
I've never seen that before.
It's fantastic. Buy yourself a brush. You don't have to go cuckoo beans with brushes. Like, people get these crazy brush kits and then they don't use them. They don't use them. Get yourself a good foundation brush. Get yourself a blush brush. You don't need a lot more than that. But the Kat Von D foundation is so good for our business. It's a high coverage. So it's something, if you wanted to wear it day to day, if you're someone who doesn't really like a lot of foundation, a little bit of your moisturizer, your daily moisturizer, a little bit of this, mix it up on your face, great. But for stage, this is a high coverage. It's easy to color and paint on top of. And it also doesn't melt off your face. You are not going to sweat this off.
Great.
You can't sweat it off. It's incredible.
And where do you buy it?
Sephora.
Perfect.
Sephora, Kat Von D. Kat Von D's entire line is magic. It's great.
Any advice you have for emerging performers with regards to makeup?
Lay off of the contour and highlight. There is nothing wrong with your nose. There's nothing wrong. I have never seen any performer in any audition come in where I've gone, that nose. I haven't. Your nose is fine. Your nose is beautiful. Stop screwing around with your nose. I'm seeing everyone come in with these brown lines and these brown lines and then a white stripe and white stripes. And that's not what contour and highlight is for. It's meant for still shots, and it's meant in specific lighting, and it's meant by people who really, really, really know how to change the shape of your face for a still shot. It's not meant for day to day, and it's not meant for auditions, and it's not meant for stage, because you can see it. It doesn't matter how much you blend it, you can see it. And there's nothing wrong with the shape of your face, and there's nothing wrong with your nose. You have a nice big full cheek. Don't try to contour in cheek, but why? You've got beautiful, big, full cheeks. Live them.
Embrace your cheeks.
They're gorgeous. Give me your big, rosy, chubby cheeks. I want it. That's what people want. They want to see your face. Don't stop trying to change the shape of your face. You're beautiful the way you are. Stop it.
I think that is such good advice, because it's so popular right now to contour on, social media. There's so many makeup artists. It's all over. So people
it's constant. It's all over Instagram, and it's fine. You want to do it for fun. You want to play with your face. You're like, I want to drag myself out. 100% do it. I love it. Like, you got to do that. Sometimes that's really fun. But if we're talking a day-to-day and we're talking about auditions and we're talking about all that kind of stuff, you don't need it. And especially if you're using it as some kind of tool to be like, I need to change the way I look. I need to change the way I am, because clearly I'm seeing on all this stuff on Instagram and everywhere on Facebook that's telling me that there's something wrong with my nose because I have a nose. So I have to try to get rid of my nose, and I don't have a cut cheekbone. So I need to create. There is nothing wrong with your face. Your face is beautiful. It's your face. This is the package you were given to travel the world in. Use your package.